Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're going to be going over the all-new 2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee. You guys know I've done a bunch of videos on the Grand Cherokee L, but now we have the regular-sized Grand Cherokee. Before we get in the video, I just want to give you guys some quick specs on the vehicle. So, in terms of the base powertrain with the new Grand Cherokee, it's going to be the 3.6-liter V6, puts out 290 horsepower, 257 pound-feet of torque, goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission, and then these next two engine options also go through an 8-speed automatic transmission as well. The next one is a naturally aspirated 5.7-liter V8, puts out 357 horsepower and then 390 pound-feet of torque. And then there is the new 4xe powertrain, which is a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder. It's paired to a hybrid system, and it puts out 375 horsepower and then 470 pound-feet of torque. And with all that being said, let's hop right into the video. Now let's go over this 2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee. And first off, I think that the styling with the Grand Cherokee looks a little bit better than the Grand Cherokee L in terms of like the proportions and everything. But again, just my personal opinion. Anyways, you guys can see the spare tire underneath there, and then storage space back here is great. You've got that to lower down the hatch. But this is the benefit of the Grand Cherokee over the Grand Cherokee L, right? The Grand Cherokee L is a little bit bigger, has a third row, but then if you have the third row up, you don't get as much trunk space, whereas this, if you don't ever need to use the third row, you just get a really solid trunk space area. But then again, if you have the third row folded down on the Grand Cherokee L, you have like more storage space. So you know what? It is what it is. Anyways, you can see here in the rear, just like the Grand Cherokee L, you can see the taillights are all the same. This one's an Overland, and looks really good overall stylistically. You can see the exhaust tip under there. I think that this one has the 5.7 Hemi. I show the window sticker a little bit later, but so we'll verify that. But I'm pretty sure this one had the 5.7 Hemi. I love how the roof's all blacked out. I thought that looked really sharp from a design perspective. And then you can see the design here on the wheels also. I think they look really good. Kind of has that more like luxury car aesthetic, and it seems that's what Jeep's really going for. This one had to have had the air suspension because you guys can see it's pretty high up in terms of the ride height and all that, which is, it's a great option on the Grand Cherokees, I'd say, because most people don't take them off-road, and that helps out with ride quality and all that fun stuff. So yeah, this one, V6, this one has the V6 actually, so you can see that on the window sticker. But yeah, you guys can see here with all of the standard equipment that comes with the Overland, and then the optional equipment on this. So $65,000 for the total MSRP on this one. V6 though, pretty crazy stuff. So if it was a Hemi, it'd be like, what, almost $70,000? But yeah, I mean, it's super nice looking. I will say that huge improvement over the previous generation. Like it's a huge difference, especially like the interior, guys. You can see here, got the sunshade here in the back, but look at just the wood trim and the leather trim down below. Looks really nice. This one's got the Macintosh sound system. And you guys can see here with the seats also, really nice leather with the stitching, and the design overall is really nice. And you can tell, again, Jeep is definitely going after luxury car automakers with this vehicle now. And then you can see the climate controls for the rear. You have two different zones in the rear, which is pretty cool. And then heated seats, and then USB's full charging station down there. So it's crazy. It's got a 4-zone climate, and it's, a 5-seater. You usually don't see that. Like even third row SUVs usually have 3 climate zones, so I think that was pretty cool. And then you can see here at the front, again, really nice wood trim with the leather trim down below. And then just look at the fit and finish on everything. It looks really nice, really upscale, just like what you have in the Grand Cherokee L. And this one's got the massaging seats too, which definitely a plus. And then you can see here with the seats at the front, again, it says Overland in it. And then you can see with the bolstering, the leather and everything, looks really nice. Definitely more upscale and premium. Normal pedals though. And then you got a lot of switch gear that's kind of shared with other Jeeps, which is fine. And then look at the steering wheel. So again, really nice leather. You got leather around the airbag cover, piano black trim for the controls. And you guys are going to notice this is just like the Grand Cherokee L. And that's why they're both Grand Cherokees. They're literally the same vehicle, just longer wheelbase, shorter wheelbase. It's kind of like what the Durango and Grand Cherokee used to be. You can see all the controls are above the infotainment system, and then the infotainment system itself. I feel like this is one of the nicest integrated infotainment systems in the car industry. Sorry, my camera freaked out there, apparently. And then you got like the controls for the radio, all that fun stuff down below. Dial shifter, which is fun. You can twist it because the battery's off. So I thought that was funny. You can actually just twist it. And then you can see here at the center console setup. And then you have this one has the screen over on the passenger side, which I thought was pretty cool. So they can see different bits of info too. And then full panoramic sunroof. But yeah, that is the new Jeep Grand Cherokee.